Now let's move on. What else? I think someone else is picking up the strategy and adding more Bitcoin to their treasury, and not just by buying it, but doing like bonds or something with it. And now, who is that company? Well, it's actually the miner Marathon Digital. This one's coming from Bitcoin Magazine, and yes, Marathon Digital Holdings to raise $250 million to buy more Bitcoin. Marathon Digital's holding announced a $250 million private offering of convertible notes to expand its Bitcoin holdings. The Bitcoin mining firm aims to mimic MicroStrategy's corporate Bitcoin accumulation strategy. Now, again, these are just, again, another company out there acquiring more Bitcoin. Bitcoin's very scarce. There's maybe only 15 to 16 million that are ever going to be around. We say there's 21 million, but people seem to forget about the 5 to 6 million that's gone and lost forever from forgotten seed phrases, thrown away hard drives, lost wallets that are so not. And when you got companies like this buying up, or not just like this, MicroStrategy, you got countries, governments acquiring it. It's getting very, very scarce for the common person to get their hands on it. Like, I think I was listening to Modern Investor, and he said, like, if every single person in the world were to have Bitcoin, it'd only be around like 300,000 Satoshis. And that's if all of them were available. And you're hearing these guys having like 2,000 or they're 100,000 Bitcoin. It's like, that's just taken away from the public. So get your Bitcoin while you can, but let's hear about Marathon's strategy right now. Marathon Digital Holdings, one of the US's largest publicly traded Bitcoin miners, announced plans to raise $250 million through a private offering of convertible senior notes. The funds will be used primarily to expand Marathon's Bitcoin holdings. Now, here is that tweet from Bitcoin Magazine. Breaking: Marathon Digital Holdings to raise $250 million to buy more Bitcoin, showcasing their miners in their hubs. Now, the Nevada-based company operates a fleet of miners, producing around 579 Bitcoin in July. Now, Marathon's balance sheet contains over 20,000 Bitcoin, worth over 1.1 billion. They're kind of on par with Michael Saylor. We covered that article where we found his holdings, and he's in the billions, so they're catching up to him, not the company. Now, earlier in July, Marathon bought $100 million worth of Bitcoin on the open market as part of its long-term HODL strategy. The company said it will hold all newly mined Bitcoin as reserves. Now, this latest move to raise capital for direct Bitcoin purchases mirrors the strategy pioneered by MicroStrategy. Since 2020, MicroStrategy has issued debt and sold shares to accumulate more than 220,000 Bitcoin in corporate treasury. Now, Marathon aims to position itself atop the nascent but rapidly evolving Bitcoin mining and service industry by aggressively expanding its Bitcoin stack. Now, this fundraiser approach allows public equity investors indirect exposure to Bitcoin. Now, with growth adoption from firms like MicroStrategy, Semler Scientific, and MetaPlanet, Bitcoin is emerging as a corporate treasury asset class. So, Semler Scientific, how have I not heard about these guys? Like, whenever I hear news articles, I'm always hearing MetaPlanet and MicroStrategy buying it. Now we got Marathon, but Semler Scientific. I think I need to look in the news and find how much they're actually holding or what they've been up to. So that's Marathon's news for you, though, of how they're going to add more Bitcoin to their strategy. And again, like I said, get the Bitcoin while you still can. If you got spare change, come to the club. We have a machine where you can swap that change. Or if you're in El Salvador, those K1 machines came from there. And yeah, you can just, again, take your change, put it in there, you're getting Satoshis. And so I think now we need to start changing the term of owning Bitcoin to owning Satoshis, because right now, Bitcoin's at 60,000, or do we go to 58? We're at 58,000 right now. So it's like that's still kind of a hefty price for people when they say it's like, oh, I can't afford a whole Bitcoin. It's like, well, you can hold some Satoshis. And I'm always saying, get 0.01 Bitcoin, and then you're technically a millionaire. People go, huh? How are you a millionaire at that point? Well, that's technically 1 million Satoshis. Now, am I wrong that you're a millionaire? You hold 1 million Satoshis. And that's all it takes. So get your hands on just a little bit, and you'll be good.